In this video, we will be demonstrating Faith Chapel's new event tool, which is designed to help you manage your events in Ministry Platform. After logging in, you're given the opportunity to create a new event or search for an existing event. Let's choose an existing event. You can search for the event by typing in a portion of the title of the event or by using the event ID. Once we find the event we're interested in, click on it to look at it in the grid. You will see that all of the events that are associated with the one we chose is listed on the grid, with events listed in columns across the top with dates and times, and all the rooms that any event in this series uses listed down the side. Each reservation is indicated by a color and a letter indicating green for a room that this event has, yellow or an X indicating that this room is reserved by somebody else, and a red C tells you that you have a room reservation that is in conflict with another event. I can view any reservation details by clicking on the grid. In this case, I can see that my room layout is incorrect. So to make a change, I could alter it at the reservation level and click Save, or if I want to make a change for all of the events for this room, I can click on the room and click Room Update. I want to change the layout from a box to rounds with 6 chairs and save changes. This change, when complete, will alter every reservation for this room. You can now see that the reservation correctly reflects the room layout. Let's learn how we would check into a conflict. I have a visual cue on my grid that I have a problem with the balcony. So I can click into one of the cells and look at the Conflicts tab. It tells me that there's an event called Bulletin Stuffers that's in conflict with mine. I'm going to go ahead and let go of the room. So to do that, all I have to do is click on the room name. I'm at the Updates tab, so I'm going to say yes, I want to cancel this event and save changes. The room now disappears from my grid. The reason for this is I no longer have this room reserved. And my filter is set to only look at my rooms. If I change my filter to look at all rooms, I will see every room in the church for my time slots. I should be able to find the atrium now and find this event, Balcony Atrium. It's no longer red because I'm no longer in conflict with it. It is yellow because the Bulletin Stuffers event still has it. I want to now replace the room that I let go of. Let's grab Reception Room 510. So I can click on that and mass reserve. It will allow me to decide whether I want to reserve the room for all of my events or just a couple of them. In this case, I want to reserve it for all my events. And I click Next. It's going to ask me how do I want to set the room. I'm going to set it with rounds 6 and reserve. At this point now I can go back to my rooms and see that I now have Reception Room 510. Now let's take a look at what it would take to add an event to my series. I can choose Add Event, and it will ask me for the time-sensitive information. In this case, I'm going to add a week to my series. We will create the new event using the standard information of titles and web settings pulled from the first event in the series. I can always make these changes if this isn't what I want by going to the Event Details tab. At this point, I now have a new event, but I don't have any rooms reserved. I can change that by clicking on the cell for the event and choosing Mass Reserve. You can see in this case It's letting me know of every room that's on my grid, and also letting me know that the status of the Mother's Lounge for the event that I have is that somebody already has it. I can choose to not reserve it just by unchecking the box and clicking Next. At this point, I'm going to choose a default reservation for all of my rooms and hit Mass Reserve. Now every room for that event that's on my grid is now reserved. This concludes the demonstration of the Faith Chapel event tool.